3, 2, 1. Got it. All right, 48.
This has got to be a mistake. Spencer Magic, he's running across the finish line. Jukic is going to turn around. There is some confusion here.
There's no way that was it.
Jukic and Magic were definitely behind Jonakoski. This is most likely not correct. They will have to get this sorted out. So there was some confusion there as both Spencer and Lazar were absolutely behind Jonakoski. Koski is still on the course.
Yeah, no, they are missing a lap.
They're maybe
2 laps.
That is going to definitely factor in. Now, we have had a case like this in the past where an athlete finished earlier. Think back to, I think it was 2017, where Carl Saunders.
Yeah, but then
this is a much different situation.
There's a big difference between 3 overhead squats and 2 miles potentially of biking, because all these athletes are right around 15 to 16 minutes. If you just doubled that, that's 32 minutes. They didn't finish 150 reps on the rig in less than 3 minutes. So they are definitely a lap behind in maybe 2. And I'm surprised. Honestly, this is kind of an unprecedented situation about what's going on. And I think that look on their face is...
I think they realize maybe something's not right here. Because unless we absolutely missed a pass on the course, Jonakoski should still be your leader.
And, we're obviously, I'm sure that something's on fire somewhere behind the scenes, but now you got to look at how are you going to approach this? What are you going to do? I mean, obviously we don't want to speculate, but yeah, definitely those athletes completely missed a lap as Jonakoski is coming in. Because if you're operating about 15 minutes, which was he was doing 2 to 3 minutes on there, so Koski should get an event win here, but skipping an entire mile on the course, you can't just do simple math of how a lap took, but it's going to have to be something they figure out on the back end.
Here is Jonakoski, who is sprinting with Ricky Gerard. So there's some confusion here at some point. We'll have to get this all sorted out, but from what we were able to see, Jonakoski was in the lead.
I think
So right off the bat, I don't know what's confusion in the opening event. We believe Jonakoski won that event. Here comes Roman Krennikov across the finish line. So we're going to have to get this all sorted out at the finish of this event. But I think we can say with relative certainty that both Spencer Panchik and Lazar Jukic skipped a lap. I don't know if it's the same case for Ricky Gerard.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people missing a lap at the
moment. But we were following Jonakoski throughout the entirety of that final 5-mile ride and never saw him.
No,
Or Spencer.
Ricky
Or Lazar
was way behind on the chest bar pull-ups as well. Lazar was finishing and Ricky was at about 40 reps. Oldest, I think that's a legit lap.
We have had 12 men cross the finish line. Dallin Pepper was the latest. Now Saxon Panchik and Noah Olson are across. Others who have finished include Justin Medeiros, who may wind up finishing second. Jeff Adler came in, Roman Krennikov is in, Marco Gubitson, Willie George, Lawrence Fiebig, and Uldis Udniks, the other men who have finished.
And I'm looking at some of these lap times, 13 minutes, 13 minutes, third down.
Here's Alexander Corona, Will Morad are in. And Will Morad, right now, is in his 16th. Jay Crouch, Jason Hopper, Alex Vigneault are in. Here come Cole Sager. Guillaume Briand is there. Pat Vellner is in, 20th unofficially for him. Enrico Zanoni is across the finish line. Here comes Sam Quant. So a lot that needs to get figured out. All these results right now are unofficial. Pending a review of what went on there on that 5-mile bike ride for the second half of the event. Yurius Karavis is across. There's Sam Quant. There's Nick Matthew.
The old custom crop top. Respect. I don't have the abs for that.
Matthew is in. And now Brent Fikowski is still out there on the course. Peyton Brown and Heinrich Happelainen also across the finish line.
I think one of the tougher finishes or lower finishes Fikowski has ever had at the CrossFit Games was a Triple G chipper. And a lot of that was actually due to the 100 pull-ups that it started with. And we've seen him struggle with events like Mary, high volume gymnastics and more of a cyclical pulling format. Mary is all about the 15 pull-ups per round. You're talking about 15 to 20 rounds. That's upward to 150 to 200 pull-ups in an event, and that might have been the deciding factor for Fikowski's place finishing.
His worst event finish of his career came back in 2016. He finished 39th in the squat clean pyramid.
That was well before Fikowski had upped his strength gains coming into the CrossFit Games. It was actually one of the things that kept him out of the games for years.
Colin Mertens is going to finish ahead of Austin Spencer. All these results are going to be unofficial, as I'm fairly certain things will be changing quite a bit after a review of the scores here. There's Augustin Kelme, who's in. We have 4 men right now who have yet to cross the finish line. One of them is that man, Tim Paulson. Tudor Magda also out there, as is Kobe Saber and Arthur Semenov. Here comes Tim Paulson, who qualified in the last chance qualifier, winning that.
Favorite story, Tim Paulson is after the Granite Games, just missing out of qualification there. Got to see him right after, and the first thing he said was, guess I got to qualify online now. Now, a lot of confidence in Tim Paulson. This is definitely an event outside of his wheelhouse, so I'm not really surprised to see him in this position. But, in a well-balanced test across 40s of competition, some of these outlier athletes are going to get theirs in some form or fashion.
There is Tudor Magda on the left. Magda is in. Oh, here comes Arthur Semenov, who's grabbing at his right hamstring. He's got both of his hammies taped up. Griesaber's the only man still on the course, and he's about ready to come in. We're still trying to sort through the confusion here. The first three athletes to finish were Spencer Pancic, Lazar Jukic, and Ricky Garrard. At one point on that final 5-mile bike, Garrard was 45 seconds back in Yonakoski. So it's very possible that Pancic, Jukic, and Garrard skipped the lap.
I think from what I saw, there's 3 or 4 you can probably throw in the mix there. I mean, I didn't see half the athletes that are in the top 10 in those 2 front Peloton groups that we saw on the first 5 laps and the second 5 laps.
We believe Yonakoski is the winner. But they're going to have to sort through a lot of stuff here to figure out exactly who earns 100 points. And then you have to figure out what you do with the men who didn't finish and how you figure out where they're going to wind up. So Henrik Haviland and Carl Gusen and Yonakoski. You saw Pat Feller, who right now unofficially is listed in 20th place. So Nikki Brazier's down there in the North Park. Nikki, what have you been able to find out?
Yeah, not much, guys, so far. There's a lot of confusion down here. I can tell you that judging is working with scoring to try and figure out exactly who was in the lead. It does appear that there may have been a couple of guys here who skipped a lap. Maybe we didn't see them exactly pull ahead into that leader's position. But again, nothing decided yet so far. We don't exactly know what the leaderboard looks like, but the judging team is working